All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
Ready? 18 Gator.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Protein spill.
Back. Kill.
Shoot.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Check.
Hey, Sam off.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Look at me. Go.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Ready?
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Two draw quarters.
Hey, turn it up. Slam.
Go. Ready.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
SOS. 6-6. Pull it high.
54.
Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Ready to break.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
56.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Anthony Miller, 77 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On the ready.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Check it back. Alpha. Leo.
They'll drop the throw. Open man is born. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Just like that. Just like that.
Get it.
He'll drop to throw. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First down, 49ers.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Check.
He'll look to throw. This is Coleman with a grab.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Delta. Drop. Rock it. On fire.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set. 18 Gator. Hey, Charlie. X3. 218. Chop.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, exit. Go.
On the draw play, Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from the 20 as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
Yeah, that was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Hey, Haywood.
Now Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
No. Off. Hey, seam 6. Mike 56. 6 man. Check curls.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Under 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
And a 49er first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
He's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Shit.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Levante David in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6 at the 45-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Watch the screen. Pass. Joker. Switch. Watch the eye. Hey, dude. Get it.
Second and 6. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Lynch. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
91. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 21 yards there on third down.
Taylor, a gain of 21 yards. First down, 49ers.
Ready up.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Aaron Lynch, his second sack of the night. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Check tight. Shoot.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Right there. Let's go. 10 logo. Check 56. Hey, they're scared. Check 99. Go. Check go.
They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
At the 10-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Well, now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
70, Indy.
Right, 54. Get that quarterback, D-line.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Get that quarterback.
Say. Begin. Ready.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ready, set.
54, right there. 54, Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Move.
Jones throwing on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
80 weapon. Step.
A toss out to Barkley. And an alley to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. 78 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Miller with a first down and more. Give him 32 on the play.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Coleman now. And an alley to run. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Matchbox light. Get it.
On second down now, it's Coleman. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Ready? 50, plant.
Check, 59.
General West. 5.
59. Mike, 59.
Hustle. Go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. It's time to read. It's time to bust. 5.
On second down, it's Coleman. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Check 31. Protein spill. Go, go.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
Rip left, rip left.
49, check 49.
Look, squeeze. Ready.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Second and 3. Finds his tight end Ingram. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, G. Check hard, hard. Check hot.
Get it.
Jones now, operating from the gun. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 33 yards that time.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
Yeah, he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
On the ready.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go.
Five.
On 2nd and goal, Jones, and that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Catanzaro's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one deep over the middle, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Coming to you. Ready?
Here's Jones. Gonna throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
18 Gator.
Watch by 4. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Check it out, read. Griffin.
Throwing on third and long. Jones. And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we got the lead.
We got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Coleman. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd.
Check out. Check 4. Whip. Fair. Hey, echo.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
He's coming, double up.
On 1st down, Coleman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne.
The 1st down pass. Complete to Kendrick Bourne. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Giants' 38-yard line.
Ready,
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Here's Coleman on the draw. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Look at me. Go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, alert 3.
Here's Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Brings up fourth down.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. Watch out.
Leo. Snap.
Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
56. Got one.
Rock it. Switch. 6 guys. Check 6-6. Pull it high. Score. Bravo.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Check. 59.
Back to throw here. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Yeah.
Looking to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Coleman. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Set, ready, 8, read. 54, right, 54. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Hey, Delta. Yo, go.
They'll drop the throw.
Ready.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This will be taken at the 10. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants line ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run. Hey, Charlie. Mike 5-4. Ready?
Throwing Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chop it. Check 43. Hey, exit.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
60 outlaw.
49. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Jim.
Hey, high 7. Deep grip.
Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
You better bring it. Check 9.
Undercrunch. 36. Greystone travel. Hey, Haywood. Snap.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Giants. 46 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check 24, check 24. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now Saquon Barkley had a nice move but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check, 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 check.
2nd and 9 now. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Check. Look, squeeze. Get it.
Jones on 1st down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
80 weapon. He's crossing. He's checking crack.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I'm here.
General West. 5.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready.
Jones now 12 of 16 thus far. It's first and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the call. Hit it.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
I got you. Check.
Protein spill.
Check.
Ready.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
50, plant.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Let's go now. 8, read. Now.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11. At the Giants'
Who's off
28-yard
Porter?
line.
18 Gators.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side is so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell, but they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.